evening, everybody. Welcome to the championship match of the Midwestern Intercollegiate Volleyball Association. Tonight, the winner of the Ball State IPFW matchup goes on to the Final Four, May 6th, and Tim Heffron. These two teams have taken a weird route here during the season. Ball State beat IPFW here at home, and then IPFW returned the favor just a couple of weeks ago down in Muncie. How do you see this matchup tonight?
Well, obviously, you have to take the latest match that both teams played, which is down in Ball State, throw out the match that was earlier in the year here, see how both teams are playing at the end of the year, and IPFW is on a roll. Ball State is slightly struggling at this point.
Okay, Ball State has made a lineup change. Greg Romano has moved from the middle to the left side, and they've done that the last couple of weeks. He looked all right last night, but against IPFW Muncie, he had a negative hitting percentage. How is he going to have to play tonight? And Todd Reimer is going to be awfully, awfully good if Ball State's going to have a chance at all.
Reimer and Romano have to have the matches of their life. What happens with Romano on the outside is it slows down the transition attack of Ball State. They will not be able to counterattack very fast. And that's going to favor IPFW because that's IPFW's game. They want to counter fast. They're going to go quick as they can in the middle. And once again, that's going to favor IPFW.
Jim, we're right now in the hitting zone down here. IPFW had a tough match last night against Lewis. It win 4 games. Lewis jumped out right away, 15-9 in the first. IPFW struggled a little bit. Maybe they were too high-key coming into that matchup last night. What do they have to do tonight to play well and beat this Ball State team?
All they have to do is pass the ball, number one. If they pass the ball, they will be within system in their offense. Once IPFW is within system, I don't care who's blocking them, they're not going to block IPFW. If Ball State forces IPFW to pass the ball off the net and become very predictable, make the offense simple instead of complicated, you're now in Ball State's territory as a ball control team. As IPFW is in a termination type team, they want to end the rally immediately.
Okay, well the keys then tonight, Ball State is going to have to get Romano involved outside. And IPFW is going to have to pass the ball as well. We're going to head upstairs, have the starting lineups for you in just a moment right after this timeout.
Championship Volleyball. Dig it. May 6th and 7th, catch all the action as the men's NCAA Championship Volleyball Tournament comes to the Memorial Coliseum. The top collegiate teams in the nation will slam, jam, block, and save on their way bidding for the top spot in the nation. Don't miss top-ranked men's volleyball at its best. The NCAA Men's Championship Tournament at the Memorial Coliseum, May 6th and 7th. Tickets available at all Ticketmaster locations and the Coliseum Ticket Office. Hurry, they're going fast.
For tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Ball State University Cardinals.
Welcome to the Hilliard Sports Center on the campus of IPFW tonight. It's the championship matchup, Ball State versus IPFW for the right to go to the Final Four. Automatic berth on the line. Let's right now go down to public address announcer Jim Moore and pick up the starting lineups for the Cardinals of Ball State.
From Fort Wayne, Indiana, number 6, Tali Tolliver. A 6'4" freshman setter from Vitória, Brazil, number 8, Eduardo Ferraz. A 6'5" junior middle attacker from Racine, Wisconsin, number 9, Greg Romano. A 6'6" junior opposite from Racine, Wisconsin, number 11, Todd Reimer. A 6'5" junior middle attacker from Madison, Wisconsin, number 15, Scott Oath. The Cardinals are coached by Don Shondell, assistant coaches Joel Walton and Dave Baer. And now for your IPFW Mastodons. First, a 6'7" freshman middle attacker from Grand Rapids, Michigan, number 14, Mike Termolen. A 6'3" sophomore swing hitter from Chanhassen, Minnesota, number 6, Brad Preditis. A 6'5" junior swing hitter from Detroit, Michigan, number 12, Craig Collins. A 6'6" junior middle attacker from Ponce, Puerto Rico, number 7, Felipe Raylat. A 6'5" senior opposite hitter from Yaco, Puerto Rico, number 15, Norman Almodovar. And a 6'8" senior setter from Woodburn, Indiana, number 10, Loy Ball. The Mastodons are coached by Arnie Ball, assistant coaches Dave Schmidlin, Lauren Gebert, Mark Franke.
Well, a little sigh of relief from Coach Ball there. He has finally made it to this moment. 3 years in the making, Tim. IPFW won the bid to host the Final Four 3 years ago, and really a lot of people pointing to their calendars. This date, IPFW didn't have a national championship. They thought this would be the best bet. A lot of pressure on Coach Ball tonight.
Well, there's certainly pressure on the seniors, Loy Ball and Norman and Steve. Gosh, they're just, you know, they've just been groomed for this match for 4 years, basically, and now it's their turn, it's their chance to make their own history.
Well, we've got a packed house tonight, upwards of 2,000 people. We'd like to take this time right here to thank people at Cable Incorporated Fort Wayne. A grant by them has made this broadcast possible, and we're just about ready to get this one underway with Eduardo Verhaas. He's the setter. We'll run down the lineups for you as we get to them. Verhaas is a freshman out of Brazil. This is Ball going outside Almodovar.
And
Romano.
that's exactly what the Dons need out of their seniors. The two seniors touch the ball on the first play, and Norman saying, I'm going to give you everything I got. You better be able to handle it.
Loy Ball on serve, first rotation for IPFW. Tolly digs it out. Collins with a block. Solo.
Nice sign. Nice side. Nikirov just bombed away last night. Never saw a roll out of him. I'm kind of surprised that he rolled that one.
Ball State comes in 7th in the nation. Hitting percentage as a team. Ball with a service error. Last night they hit 33% on the season. They averaged 37. That is excellent.
Nice serve by Ball State. Excellent set. It's down.
Back row, Raylat. And if Raylat starts hitting the back row, that's going to make him all the more effective in the front.
It sure is. We didn't see a whole lot of back row out of Felipe, neither Craig, as you'll see right there. We didn't see that last night out of those two. Nonetheless, Felipe hit an amazing 500% last night against Lewis.
Romano down the middle, dug out by Almodovar.
Nice sign. It's a great sign to see Norman come up with a dig like that. That's a big-time hit out of the back row.
Romano, first kill of the night for him. Scott Oath on serve. Ball State comes in tonight ranked 11th in the nation. Overpass, kill attempt by Romano.
Easy point for Ball State there. They'll take that kind of play any day of the week.
Oath serving at 1-1. IPFW ranked 5th in one poll, 6th in another. Rankings really don't mean much though, Tim. Ooh, that ball just missed. Preditis.
That ball just missed the speakers up top of the stadium here and just missed the back line by inches.
Tim, you don't teach that serve, do you?
Holy buckets, no way.
for Haas, setting Reimer the outside. Verloc gets a fingertip on it. Reimer, however, puts it away.
You know, Ball State is playing a very conservative game right now. They're hitting half shots, not really roll shots, but half hits, trying to keep the ball in bounds. IPFW needs to transition out of that kind of thing and just pound away as best they can.
Collins, a hitting error.
And that's what Ball State wants. They want to see IPFW make a lot of mistakes, give them easy points.
Well,
so far, that's how Ball State's gathered both of their points.
Craig came on last night in games 3 and 4 at 17 kills to lead the team. Verloc. Quick hitter.
Dons are going to look for that all night long here. Pepa out of the 31 zone.
And Collins on serve at 1-2 just to finish that point. Collins is the emotional type of player that if he gets off to a good start, he's normally going to be on the whole night.
And he does. He just has to get out of the blocks in a good way. We've had an out serve and an out hit so far from him. Hopefully that's not what we're going to see all night long. Not his best back row attack there, as it was dug up fairly easily, but Reimer rolls the ball in the net. I don't understand why Ball State's doing this. They've hit like 4 half hits in a row, as you'll see right there. That's not their best swing. They should be going after it. They've got nothing to lose tonight.
Romano, Collins gets it up. Termolen keeps it alive. Ball dumps it. Ball State with a chance.
Great play.
Snuffed out by Almodovar. Woo!
Ball just out. Big time stuff. Ball is just out. Nice recovery by Ball State setter.
Now the difference is that ball is going over on the other side of the net rather than sneaking down, and there's Verloc. 3rd kill of the night for him.
You're going to see Felipe do that an awful lot tonight. He's just going to get the ball, he's going to get the ball, and he's going to get the ball.
A lot on serve at 1-2.
Nice serve.
Oath dug up by Collins, outside Almodovar.
Norman
Hitting
goes
error.
for a major league cut inside. He knows it's his fault. Great set by Loy. Just a little reaching for a little too much that time.
Ball chasing the pass down. Collins, the high one. Missing fingertips or getting.
He's got somebody in the net, I
Someone in the
believe.
net.
I think it was Oath in the net. Lucky play there. Craig's got to get up swinging. He's just got to get on track here. He's not hit a couple balls real well.
Another service error for
And
Loy.
Loy, he's only 1 for 3 of serving the ball inbounds at this point. Again, another not a good sign for the Dons.
Calling the keeper off on serve. Overpass. Great dig by Purdue. Now has to dump. Romano, the reset for Haas. Outside Reimer, one-on-one. Collins got a piece of it. But Reimer, much like Almodovar, one-on-one is going to be effective much more often than not.
Oh yeah, any hitter's going to be much more effective one-on-one than one-on-two, definitely. And that's a gift by Ball State right there, as they're up 3-1 at this point. Serve that ball out of bounds as you've got the momentum. That's kind of a cardinal sin, I think.
Tim, are they trying to set something up with that serve? The second time we've seen him going to the deep serve.
Well, I'm not sure what exactly he was going after there, other than a deep serve. I'm not sure why they went after that. You'd have to ask Ball State's coaches. There's another one of those sky ball serves.
Perhaps trying to slow down the speed of the offense. 3-man block up. Give it to Romano. 4-1 Ball State.
Yeah, 4-1, and Collins is just struggling. He's just like forever at this point. He's got to get on track.
This time Almodovar, a lower pass. Purdue, 1-on-2, and Reimer with a block.
5-1 looks kind of like a carbon copy of last night's game, in which Lewis came out and just took it to IPFW. Ball State definitely playing a lot better than they were in Muncie.
That ball is a service. Ace by Oath. 6-1. Arnie Ball taking a timeout right here.
Ball State all over it. They got a new service apparently. They're going to go for the sky serve tonight. It's effective. It slowed down IPFW. They're not sure quite how to handle it at this point. They'll be working on it though, and rest assured the passers will figure that serve out real quickly.
Well, the College Cable Access Program Guide provides information about our programming. That's not the smoothest segue, Tim. Didn't know how to do it any other way. Including IPFW Sports Telecast, receive your free Channel 6 program guides and your name, address, and zip code to Channel 6 at IPFW 2101 Coliseum Boulevard, East Fort Wayne, Indiana 46805. 481-6000 the number. And you'll have all the sporting events on your program guide. 6-1 the score. Oath on serve. He has 3 points.
Yeah, IPFW real predictable in their offense right now. They've set Pepa quick. They haven't set Termolin quick. Collins getting red. He's not hitting the ball well. Brad's had a double block outside. IPFW looking for somebody to get a kill.
Collins 0 for 3 on kill attempts. This is Relat. 4th kill for Relat, and he is starting to show.
Pepa looks like he's going to carry a few people on his shoulders at this point.
Mike Termolin on serve at 1-6. This is for Haas sitting. Reimer, 2-man block up. Pepa turned and got a hand on it. Almodovar diving in position.
We have a bit of a net there on Pepa as well. Just a little shirt net.
This is Reimer. Just a junior, 6'6". Proditis, Oath digging.
Big dig, big dig. Reimer tipping.
Big mistake. Outside Proditis, 1-on-2, going down the line.
Nice swing. It's a good start there by Brad. He needs to get that kind of swing in early in the match. So we'll see right here, has line, takes it.
For Haas, just late in covering. A low set allowed Proditis the space. Here's Tolliver blocked, 1-on-1, Loy ball.
And that matchup is totally against Ball State. Tolly is not going to be able to go around Loy that often. They've got to set the ball away from Loy.
Tolly's doing a great job with the pass. Dink attempt by for Haas, good for the kill. First for him. And Coach Shondell says, yes, for Haas is a miniature Loy ball. He's only 4 inches shorter. He's got a lot of tools. And Romano failing to get up.
And Loy says, right back at you for Haas. I can do the same thing.
Proditis on serve at 2-6. Outside, Nikiforov.
Good swing. It's a great swing there, 1-on-1.
Well, Ball State, prior to their win earlier this year at IPFW, had lost to IPFW 12 straight times. Almodovar hitting error. Never made it over the net.
Norman going for shots that just are not there. He's got to go for the safe shot. Go high off the hands, hit the ball deep. He's much more successful with that shot than going for that extreme cut.
Ball State passing extremely well. The wipe off into the net anyway, Ball State.
Two to 7. Dons are looking a little disorganized offensively. We talked about it at the start. They've got to pass the ball better than what they are right now. They're going to be in trouble.
Great serve. That time that ball had the knuckler.
Little noodle shot there from our friend Mike Termolin.
First kill for Termolin tonight.
Nice serve. That's a tough serve.
Handled nicely in Oath. First of the night for him, and he's spreading it around, Eduardo Forjas is. He's back on serve at 7-3.
Haven't seen Noodle in a while. That could have been called a carry. Should have been. Wasn't.
Outside Almodovar, 1-on-1, blocked out of bounds.
That's the shot Norman has to hit. Has to hit high off the hands. If he does that, he's going to be much more successful than going for that inside cut.
Tim, something we've seen already. That matchup in Muncie, Ball State had 4 blocks the entire match. This one going to be dumped over. Relat, here's ball to set. Going outside, Collins, big attempt, blocked out of bounds. But Ball State is much more aggressive on the net tonight than they were down at Muncie.
They're set up much better in a blocking formation against IPFW's offense. As you see right there, they got 2 blockers up. Definitely will favor the blocking team in over the time period, over a long period of time. Little transition right now. Craig not ready. He's not getting set.
Opportunity there, Termolen failing to put that one down. But the serve has started to show a little bit for IPFW. Ball State, Tolliver having a little problem with the serve. Almodovar coming back to him.
That's not Norman's best hit. He doesn't hit from the right side real well. He's got to swing into the offense, go for a cross, go for that 2-ball. It's all set up by the pass, however. 8-4 the score in favor of Ball State.
Almodovar questioning whether that one would be in. Now Purdue setting it.
Once again, high off the hands, he's going to be successful. If he tries to go for the floor, in other words, tries to hit the ball about an inch over the net and straight down, he's going to get in trouble. But as you see right there, he'll go off the hands. He'll be much more successful.
Wow, pile driving that one to the floor.
Yeah, he certainly did, and that's Craig's fault. Craig's got to move in there. That's a 31. Goes right into his zone, didn't move in, wasn't even close to being ready to block that ball.
Scott Oath, after the kill, goes back to serve, and look at this lollipop. Combination, Termolen. Overpass, Collins up with it. Reimer got a piece of it, but his second kill of the night for Collins.
Craig's still not hitting the ball with authority, as you see right here. He doesn't really hit the ball as hard as he can, and he needs to do that. He needs to start spanking the ball. Nice block by Pepa.
Pepa up with Romano. This is Tolliver blocked. Collins into the net.
I'm not sure how that works.
Oh, they called Roland into the net.
That's an easy block, and they just collide somehow in the middle of the air, and Craig goes into the net. That should not happen.
Oh, Pepa got it with his elbow on top of the net. Good call. Patty Salvatore, the up referee. She's one of the best in the business. Ball bringing it back for Collins. Still up, Almodovar. Or did we reach floor?
Ball's down.
Another block for Ball State.
Another easy block. Craig struggling at this point.
Reimer on serve at 9-4. Collins blocked by Tolliver. We might see a timeout if Ball State.
Well, obviously Craig is not in the match. I mean, he's just like, oh, forever. No kills, no pace, no rhythm. He might take a seat pretty quickly here.
One-on-one, is Collins supposed to see where that man's at and adjust accordingly?
He certainly is. I mean, you just can't miss that ball. You got a one-on-one, it's got to be a kill. There's absolutely no reason how you get stuff blocked. I mean, it's one thing to get the ball blocked up in the air where somebody else plays it. It's another thing to get completely roofed.
Good pass coming back. Reimer off the fingertips. And right now, Ball State's showing that they are a different team.
Definitely. They're a different team than last night, that's for sure. They're on top of their game. They're saying, hey, we can play the game. We don't care how high you guys are ranked.
And a lot of it has to do with the passing of Tolliver. Pepa blocked, ball gets it up. Now set outside. Tough one off the fingertips. Romano pulls down in time. Point Ball State. And there's the timeout. 11-4 Ball State. Arnie Ball uses the last time out of the game. He puts Craig Collins right next to him, and he's going to go to his ear right now. And while we have this break, you and Coach Ball will be involved. Month of July here. Boys and girls grades 5 through 12 are invited to attend one of the IPFW instructional volleyball training camps. It's the 11th through the 28th at the Gates Sports Center. IPFW men's volleyball coach Arnie Ball and women's coach / volleyball. Put your adjective in there, guru, whatever, you can put it in there. Tim Heffron will be here, and they will conduct high-intensity training that emphasizes all the basics of volleyball. More information, how to register, 481-6643. And a spot right now where IPFW needs to sign out.
They really do. They need to get in the swing of things here. They need to put balls down. And take advantage when they get chances on transition, because they're not going to get too many, and they're already down 11-4 in this first game.
Reimer. Fourth kill for him in the match. quick attack.
And it certainly looks as though they're not respecting Lloyd Ball's ability to dump the ball. They're going to just give him those and say, hey, we're going to take the hitters because no matter how many times you dump the ball, it's not going to kill us and it's not going to win you the game. So we're going to focus on your hitters instead of you.
Tolliver, another good pass. Oath missing.
No,
catching a line. Man, he has come to play tonight. Oath is, I believe, 7th in the nation in blocking. The offense is a bonus. Back set for Collins, had to adjust in midair.
That's a great set. I mean, Collins is just not into it.
He's taking
unbelievable.
I wonder if it has to do with his approach a little bit. That time he took a poor angle, but he seems to be getting up just a little bit late. Bowling with a put down.
He definitely is, because he's dropping his elbow in front of his head, and as soon as you do that as an attacker, bad things happen.
Supposed to have that elbow poised high. Dug out Perditis. Termolin runs it down. Now Relat.
Dons are completely out of sync. That's a transition play. Loy's got to set the ball, and you take a good swing. Instead, they get a horrible play out of Mike, and even worse play out of Pepa.
12-4 the score. Nikiforov on serve. Termolin whiffs, and Oath with the kill. Scott Oath, 4 kills for him tonight.
Yeah, the Dons are just giving this game away in a world of hurry here. Not doing much right and letting Ball State take this one home here. Poor passing, getting double blocks up, hitting balls out of bounds.
That was an impossible angle for Almodovar unless he's trying to go off fingertips. And Todd Reimer in the middle trying to get the Ball State crowd on their feet. This is for game number 1. Collins block. Oath and Tolliver. 15-4 your score. Ball State wins game number 1.
And I'm not sure, but I got to think that Collins is asked to be hitting about -500 at this point. He's getting plenty of swings, plenty of good sets. He's just not seeing the blocker in any kind of swing at all. I've got to think that Scott Davenport has to enter the game as a right side player at some point here because, I mean, you guys got to change it up. We can't have this continue or the Dons are going to go down the tubes in a world of hurry here.
Well, I know Coach Arnie Barr was thinking about putting in Ricardo Soler last night for Brad Perditis, just on the verge of doing that. And also thinking about taking Collins out. Wrote it out last night. We'll see if he sticks with the same lineup in game number 2. We're going to take a timeout. Be back on the other side.
Championship Volleyball. Dig it. May 6th and 7th, catch all the action as the men's NCAA Championship Volleyball Tournament comes to the Memorial Coliseum. The top collegiate teams in the nation will slam, jam, block, and save on their way bidding for the top spot in the nation. Don't miss top-ranked men's volleyball at its best. The NCAA Men's Championship Tournament at the Memorial Coliseum, May 6th and 7th. Tickets available at all Ticketmaster locations and the Coliseum Ticket Office. Hurry, they're going fast.
How can you find out when lightning may strike? And how do you count the fish in the sea? How can you tell if a child is growing normally, if baseball is getting better, or traffic is getting worse? How do you know about stock market trends, the risk of cholesterol, the history of witchcraft, or the future of spacecraft? With statistics, that's how. And how can you find out about statistics? With the new Statistics series, Against All Odds.
Children are the largest group of Americans living below the poverty line. They have to reach higher for what others take for granted. Healthcare, balanced meals, encouragement to learn. But with help early on, children in your community can gain the skills to get out from below the poverty line. It takes programs like Success by 6 and people like you to help them take the first step. Call to learn more. Change the world of a child, and you change the world.
own hometown. Please join your local chapter.
Welcome back to the Hilliard Sports Center, the MIVA conference matchup. And Ball State the winner in game number 1, 15-4. And Tim, Craig Collins got a lot of swings. Do you think they might just have to force the ball? Lloyd Ball will have to force the set to Relat.
I think he has to force it to Relat and force it to Mullen, because the outside hitters are getting double blocks every single time, and you're just not going to be successful. Over the long haul, you're going to get blocked.
Now, same lineups for both teams. Let's run down the lineups quickly. Greg Romano is number 9. Todd Reimer, number 11. Robert Tolly Tolliver, number 6. He's doing the passing for Ball State. Paul Nikiforov, number 5. Scott Oath and Eduardo Perjas, number 8 is the setter. Scott Oath, middle blocker. Bradforditis on serve to open game 2. Tough pass, Nikiforov. Pounding away. Second kill
and
for
the Dons aren't anywhere to be found on a block there. I don't understand why. How can you not have somebody on an outside hitter blocking?
Forditis overpass. Ball tries to save it. Wipe it off Reimer. Instead, Nikiforov. Two-man block.
Ball's hit outside the antenna. Side out for the Dons.
I think it's critical, Tim, at this juncture that IPFW gets out and at least gets a couple good side outs, and there's a giveaway by Relat.
They do. They have to play flawless ball. They're all Ball State's doing it. Once again, when they beat IPFW early, is they let IPFW shoot themselves in the foot. And that's exactly what's going on here.
Put down by Termolin, and there you see the middle.
The Dons are killing themselves at this point. They're just killing themselves.
Lloyd Ball, let's see if he goes. He will go to the jump, see if he puts it in safe territory. Does opt for that. Romano, tough pass. Tolliver, two-man block, and that should have been blocked at the net.
It's got to be blocked, and the ball goes right through the block like the block wasn't even there.
It's not Bradforditis' fault that time, because he's playing for the position. The hitter hits around the block, and it went right through the block.
Craig off time. He was way early, had to stop his approach in the middle before he jumped. Didn't get any kind of jump off the ground. He's not in the match.
First point goes to Ball State in game number 2. Forditis not really having problems with that serve now. And the noodle. Well, he's been a spark plug for Team Unity.
Yeah, you know, Noodle will play well and he'll get you some kills, but Noodle hit almost 900% when Ball State played here, and it didn't have anything to do with the outcome of the match. Noodle's going to do his own thing, but it's not going to determine this match. What Craig Collins does, what Pepa does, what Lloyd does, what Norman does, that's going to determine this match.
Second service there for Almodovar. And really what Termolin does is the blocking. That's what he does. Relat out of the back row, getting fingertips. Tolliver with the touch. And Relat, most consistent player for IPFW all year long, 5 kills tonight. Hit 500 last night against
Ball
Lewis.
State's just passing perfectly, and that's the result. I mean, they're just right on the money with their passes. Every single one of them. IPFW shaking them all over the place. Lloyd's got his track shoes on again today.
0-1 the score. They're just checking rotation there. Tolliver back on serve.
Fans a little apprehensive here. They want some action.
Relat with a pass off the fingertips. And there's really not much Lloyd Ball could do with that pass.
Oh, he's got to wing it up there, and hopefully his middle hitter's on time, as Pepa was, and take it home.
See if Collins, great serve from Collins. Romano, Collins getting there.
Once again, I mean, it's just a perfect pass. Every single pass Ball State's making is perfect. That's the complete opposite of what happened down at Ball State.
And Romano was the passer down there. Instead, they moved Tolliver into that position.
They do, and Romano's back to middle, and that's That's not what IPFW wanted to see, I'm sure.
Perditis on serve at 0-1. Romano down the pipe right over Rolat. And Rolat was just up late. Romano 3 kills in game number 2.
That ball really should have been dug. He's hit right at Mike. It's an easy dig if he gets his arm away from his body.
And there you go, Rolat getting some touch. Tim, I think that's what is going to happen. Just go to Rolat right now. He can carry you for a little bit and keep you in this game, and then you hope your other guns start to fire if you're IPFW.
Exactly.
Tolliver, another great pass.
Overset. Opportunity.
Almodovar doesn't waste it. A lift on for Haas.
Score is 1-1. We've had some nice side-out action here.
A gift from Ball State. And that is a huge mental lift, I guarantee you, for IPFW to get a point.
And they serve it long.
That one just caught an air current and rode it to the Coliseum. This is Nikiforov on serve. Almodovar one-on-one against Oak, cutting around him down the line. And there's what we like to see. Almodovar not trying for the hard angle one-on-one, just power it home.
Power high and deep. When he does that, he'll be just fine.
Ooh, a fastball. Romano for Haas has to get it. Romano dumps it over, ticks the tape. Here's a good opportunity. Termolin off of Tolly's head for Haas, resetting. This is Reimer, uses a dink. Almodovar!
Nice transition by the Dons, and this is what they need. They need intensity. They need the crowd in this thing.
And folks, your picture is shaking at home because the people are rocking the stands. Up on their feet. Boy ball trying to hit the corner.
Cannot sustain momentum as they serve out of bounds once again after getting a transition point.
Very close to being in. Scott Oath on serve at 1-2. Good pass, Almodovar. Termolin, who was not on top of that or on time, but found the opening. That is the one weak spot there. When you have Oath rushing up.
And he had a bit of that credit card defense. Here's an uncharacteristic play, as they didn't pass the ball to the net, but nonetheless they got a great set out of it, and Reimer gets the kill.
First kill for Reimer in game number 2. He's got 5 overall. He had 30 kills last night. And he is a major league talent. Oh, Perditis, a service. Ace for Reimer. Perditis. That ball was going to be in. The last moment he decided he was going to play it. 2-2, Reimer on serve. Go back to Perditis here. He responds with a shank. Termolin setting him.
There it is. It's not a great set. I mean, Mike made the best out of it he could, but the ball set low and inside. Easy block for Ball State.
Here's another look at it. That high set giving Ball State plenty of time to adjust and get the blockers outside. Brad now in a little bit of a mental funk. Off the blockers, out of bounds, bailed out.
Dons need this game desperately here.
Well, Tim, the crowd about 2,000 tonight. There are some Ball State fans here, but it's mostly Volleyball supporters. Collins in position. Reset now for Haas. Tolliver one-on-none. Perditis not getting up.
Yeah, and really, you know, Greg dug the ball, but heavens, it's an easy dig. Keep it on your own side. Overpasses it into a free ball for Ball State, and they just put it away.
How about the way Tolly's played tonight?
He's playing much better than he did last night. I think that's for sure.
Dink by Rolat, 8th kill for him. He's a Northside graduate. He's played off and on. He normally gets starts for Ball State. Perhaps he's riding a little emotion here right now. He has certainly played well and passed beautifully. As soon as I say that, an overpass.
That's a net on the setter.
And it's not going to be called.
Oh my gosh, the umpire changed his mind.
Let's see if we can pick this up here, Tom.
Unbelievable that the umpire changed his mind to go along with the top referee. Originally called the setter into the net, which what it was, and then gave way to the up referee.
And Romano with his service error. So instead of being tied at 3, it was a side out. Romano with a service error. Now Purdue on serve at 2-3. And he responds.
The Dons have absolutely, they don't have any control over their serve. The ball is just flying all over the place. If it's in, it's an easy pass, and other than that, it's going out. They just got to serve the ball tough, get the ball in bounds, but serve it tough. Don't give them an easy pass.
Oh, great set that time by Ball. Now for Haas going outside to keep her off. 1-on-1. Boy, Ball failing to cover. And there's
this is putting on a clinic. They're flat out putting on a clinic on how to transition. And we're starting to see some substitution here now by IPFW as Ricky has entered the game.
Carlos Soler into the contest. He played amazingly well. Oath with the block of Ball. He's got 2.5 blocks already. He played amazingly well when he came in against Ohio State. Varapoditis came out, game number 2. That time, sorry, the seam was for Haas. Still alive. And we have a lift on Ralat. Timeout.
This one's getting out of hand in a hurry. Ball State knows it. IPFW takes a timeout.
6-2, Ball State your leader in game number 2. And Tim, if this one gets away here, if it gets out much more than this 4-point spread,
I'm not sure IPFW can win 3 games in a row after the way they're playing right now. I don't see it. You got Craig, he's struggling, not playing well. Obviously Brad shanking a few passes that he shouldn't be. He's out of the game now. Ricky's got to do some calming effect there. They just got to pass the ball and play their game.
Well, what do they do on serve? IPFW, I'm talking to try and get Ball State off guard.
They've got to serve the ball tough, but inbounds. They either serve a lollipop inbounds, which allows Ball State to pass the ball freely, or they go for some amazing ace try, and it goes out of bounds.
It's for Haas on serve. Do you try and go more at Romano, no matter where he's at? Almodovar off the block. Romano gets it. 2 to get it over. Knuckler and Tolliver dumps. Overpass into the net.
And Loy hits the net on an easy dump play. Whatever possibly can go wrong for the Dons is going wrong at this point.
Bad pass by Almodovar. Ball sticking with it. Boy, he's Billy. Tremolin digs. Now ball's going to sit. Outside Almodovar off the face of Reimer. Right off the face. 6-pack. Possibly a case job.
Reimer laughing it off because he knows it doesn't matter. The score is 7-2 in their favor in the second game.
Oath. Off-speed kill. Collins out of the back row. Oath dumps it. Reset now for Termolin. Tolly digs it out. Romano with a fingertip touch.
And somehow somebody touched the ball, and I'm not sure who. That looked like that ball sailed, and Patty said it touched somebody here. I'm not sure who.
So it's a side out. Ball to keep her off on serve. It's 7-2. That was over the net. Reset now. Collins out of the back row. Dug up by Nikiforov. Tolliver has to dump it over. Transition play for IPFW. 1-on-1. Boy, and that was another wicked angle for Almodovar.
It is, and that's the shot you have to hit 1-on-1. It's an easy play. You just hit the ball there every time when you're 1-on-1. If there's 2 blockers there, you can't hit that shot.
Scott Oath.
Ball State totally in sync with their offense. Got all cylinders pumping here. Don's looking for somebody to do their job for them. They're looking at each other like, gosh, will you take the ball for me, because I don't feel confident right now.
Robert Paliza in to serve. Oath will take a break. They'll go back in when Paliza moves into the front row. Well, I like that substitution for IPFW. Oath has been a real killer, and Paliza comes in with a service error. Terrible, terrible service error.
Not a good play by the defensive specialist coming into a game. Norman going to go for his jump serve.
Shoot, and Ralat not able to cover.
Just automatic here tonight for Ball State. They got it's a great set, you know, and I hate to say it, but I think Loy Ball's getting outset by the freshman from Ball State, making very hittable sets for Ball State hitters.
Reimer on serve at 7-2. Soler blocked. Two-man for Haas and Romano. (8-2) your score, and this one's starting to drift a little bit. Collins still alive. What a great get by Nikiforov. Ralat dug up by Nikiforov again. Reimer. Whoa.
Ball State, unbelievable. They're just going to dig it up and swing right back at you. They're putting on a clinic.
9-2 right now. And IPFW in big trouble. Termolin. Mark that one down, 9-2. Noodle with a soft kill attempt. They need to latch on to anything right now.
They do. Somebody's got to take the ball for IPFW. Nobody's doing it. Absolutely nobody is taking the reins here. And it's amazing to me because they just got done crushing teams. Just crushing teams. And all of a sudden they look at each other like, well, I don't want to do it, you do it.
Collins.
Collins getting finally a little upset here and taking matters in his own hands. That's the first time we've seen him hit a ball though yet tonight. Serves that one long.
Oath back in, Paliza out. Romano serving at 9-2. All he could do with it. Ralat, 9 kills already. Another great pass by Tali. Soler up with it. Outside, Almodovar against a two-man block, still alive.
Norman not successful against the double block, and that's what an outside hitter has to be. Especially when you're a senior, you have to be successful against the double block.
I think maybe Almodovar has to think a little bit about the line. Just ticking the net service error by Verhaas. Ralat on serve at 2-9. 3 service errors
in a row, and you're down 2-9.
Substitution for Ball State. Paul Baxter in. Keeper off. Out. Baxter will go in on serve. And the crowd trying to help IPFW right now. To believe 6 points for IPFW at this point. Collins. That's a good sign. He's starting to heat up a little bit.
Maybe a little too late. They're already down 9-2 in the second game.
Well, they came back against a Long Beach State team from 6-14. Time Baxter receiving the pass. Tali dug out.
Somebody's in the net.
I believe it was Collins, indeed. Collins into the net side out. Scott Oath on serve.
That's Skyball serve again. Ralat
out of the back row.
Ball State knows they don't care if IPFW sides out at this point, because they know they've got IPFW pegged. They just know where the ball's going, and they're eventually going to dig that ball up. They're eventually going to block that. They're getting double blocks on plays that they've never had double blocks on before. They're running their offense at will. They're going right around Termoland in the middle. They've got everything happening their direction.
Side out, Reimer on serve, 9-2. What a big attempt by Romano that time. Straight down. Soler with a kill. Substitution, Steve Simonson's going to go in on serve. Mike Termolen, here's a look at the replay. And he went down the line. I think that's what IPFW really has to do, Tim. They're taking away the angle.
Yeah, their Ball State is obviously blocking the angle shot here.
Dug up by Ball, it's over. Oh, Soler almost into the net. Blocked by Roulade. Oh, that's a big one.
Nice play by the Dons. 3-9. It certainly would help if they got a roll of points here.
Rojas wanted Roulade into the net. Talley puts one down. 3-9 your score. IPFW trailing 1-0, and in this second game as well, we have a ball in the court. And a service error. Well, Ball State really just has to keep the ball in play, and I think they could win this game.
Easily. They're already up 9-3. They just have to do things right and not shoot themselves in the foot.
Just keep the ball up, and that's what they've been doing. Baxter.
They're real loose. I mean, there's no pressure on Ball State. You can see them. They're just real loose out there. They're not feeling any kind of pressure whatsoever.
Romano on serve at 3-9. Ball with a quick attack. Third kill of the night for Ball. IPFW needs a run.
They do.
They need a
they need a
three-point
spark.
run.
They've got to get into their type of intensity. And that comes from transition. It comes from their side-out type of offense.
Reimer missing wide. And maybe we'll get that run here. They need a couple more. Get this crowd into it. They can carry them. Good serve that time. Reimer blocked by Roulade, still alive, 2 to dump. Baxter blocked. 1 to get over now. Reimer's going to just dump. Here's a golden opportunity right here. Roulade block, still up. Ball going to transition. Almodovar against a 2-man block, missing long.
And that's just death. Absolute death after you get 2 good blocks, you get a free ball, and you can't transition kill, which is what IPFW thrives on.
Blocked by Oath.
Gosh, I thought that ball came down on Ball State side myself. Paper thought it did too.
Backs at Collins, 1-on-1. Mike Termolen getting set to check back in. It's 10-4, Ball State in game number 2. Critical that Roulade puts this serve in. Service errors last time. It's a good one. Baxter with a shank. Off the fingertips. Romano.
IPFW has to come up with that ball. This is the MIVA championship. The ball goes off the block. It's an easy play. You make that play.
Whoa!
Big time hit off the Chrome Dome. Ball sent up into the banners.
Time just went off the roof of Oath. And a service ace from Lloyd Ball. 5-10 your score. They get another good one. This is Tolley on the outside, a big put away. He
absolutely goes through two of the tallest players of IPFW, like they're not even there.
You can't trade points now.
It's just amazing to me that ball is not blocked by Craig.
Oh man, service ace by Oath. Second ace for Oath tonight. Just as effective as that jump serve.
It is.
Maybe more so.
It's a great serve. IPFW standing there like they can't believe this is happening to them. Not willing to pay the price at this point.
Oh, great set that time. Termolen, we had someone into the net. Tolley. IPFW is going to win that point anyway. Side out. Almodovar on serve at 5-11.
5-11, you cannot trade points. You're going to lose.
Good serve, ace. Well, you need your seniors right now. It's up to Norman and Lloyd to do it.
Nice pass by Ball State, and they run their offense. Once again, it's that same play we've seen many times. Romano, right on target.
Only that, the block is getting there, and it's setting itself too wide. They're going right in between the arms. Soler with a big hit.
And that was needed. Soler needs to get in this game. As an outside hitter, he's going to see a bunch of balls on the outside eventually. He's got to be able to be successful like that against the double block.
I think you have to go down the line against this Ball State block. Baxter is having trouble on the pass.
Another opportunity.
Here it is. Ball going to set now. Who does he go? Ralat in the middle, up to by Reimer. Great up. That's off Romano. Boy, I'd like to see a replay of that one.
And I'm not sure about that play because Papa looked like he hit the ball first. Whoever hits the ball last is the one who gets the ball out of bounds off of.
6-11, Tolliver on serve. Almost an overpass, brought back. Collins with a dink. Transition play, a big point. Two-man block, straight down, still up. Collins dumps it over. Okay, Ball State with a chance now. Reimer up. Termolen chases. They have one to get it over. Ralat dumps. Okay, another up here. Here's for Haas. Outside. Baxter missing. Wow, that's a big one.
That's a major play because IPFW's block wasn't even close to being there for Paul Baxter's hit.
Both teams had two chances. And Baxter is really having trouble with his serve. Straight down on Baxter Loiball.
And he's got to get subbed out of this game right quick here, and there he goes. Nikiforov back in the game for Ball State.
I got to say, that was a poor substitution. I would have had Nikiforov in much earlier. I don't know why you're taking him out.
I don't know either.
Fatigue is a factor. I don't understand it.
Because this has allowed IPFW at 7-11 to be right back in this match with an overpass, and they're not ready. Absolutely not ready for an easy overpass kill. Nothing going right for IPFW.
7-11 timeout by Coach Don Shondell. He felt the crowd was starting to get into a little bit as guys beginning to become a bit unfocused.
I don't understand how that ball is not killed. Absolutely not killed.
The score. Ball State won the first one, 15-4. Well, if you were a Royal Dons Club member, you would have had priority seating tonight. You can enjoy the excitement of IPFW athletics a little bit more by participating in the Royal Dons Club, because the club provides members with priority seating at all sports events, food and refreshments in the hospitality room, and admission to IPFW sports media luncheons. These are just a few of the benefits. You can become a Royal Don member. Get the information from Lisa Moreland at 481-6027, or you can write Royal Dons Club, 2101 Coliseum Boulevard, East Warwick, Indiana, 46805.
Well, it's obvious Ball State is in a perfect opportunity to take command of this match with a 2-0 lead. They're up 11-7 here on serve.
Romano to serve. See who they go at. Soler or Almodovar. Almodovar. Setting Collins back row. And if he wasn't coming through in this game too, it would have already been done in the books.
And he's got to. Absolutely has to.
1-on-1. The block was floating towards the line. Great serve by Soler. Oh!
Big pass, and that's Oath's favorite shot. Cross the body and down. Everybody knows about it. Pepa knows about it. He's been doing that all year against Pepa. They've talked about it in practice, and Pepa still doesn't make that adjustment.
Oh, a great pass by Almodovar. The dink, upped by Talley. Reimer dumps. Here's a transition play. Another opportunity. 1-on-9. The block came back down, and Collins is starting to feel it.
They call back row attack. That's a point for Ball State.
Oh, that's a poor call from the angle up above. Betty Salvatore on top of it. No, she calls it. She calls it. She calls it to Ball State. 12-7.
Another point for Ball State here. That's got to be a lift, for heaven's sakes, and it is.
Kill for Lloyd Ball. (7-12). Relat on serve. It was 9-2 at one point. Talley.
Ball's out of bounds.
Keeper off, missing wide.
Looking for touches, Ball State. They won't get this call.
Relat on serve. Where is he going, Tim?
I think right back to where he went to. Nice pass.
Romano blocked by Tremolin.
It's time for the Dons, if ever there was a time, for them to come through in a big way. They're down still, 12-9, but now is the time.
Tremolin threw his right hand out. Straight down, but out of bounds. Reimer with a kill. 12-9. Keeper off on serve. Almodovar missing long. Timeout. IPFW. 13-9 your score. Ball State 2 points away from a 2-0 lead. And a berth in the Final Four.
They are. They're just, IPFW just is shooting themselves in the foot. Can't say it enough.
13-9 the score. Switch gears for a moment here. Girls ages 6 to 15 are invited to attend the IPFW Girls Basketball Camp on June 27th through the 30th here at the Hilliard Gate Sports Center. IPFW Women's Basketball Coach Eileen Kleinfelter, Assistant Coach Lisa Miller. Current IPFW players will conduct training that emphasizes shooting, footwork, passing, dribbling, rebounding, scrimmaging, and individual and team defense. For more information on how to register, call 481-6643. And there's a knowledgeable volleyball fan on the screen. Keeper off on serve at 13-9. Almodovar stuffs it down. 7 kills in game 2 for Almodovar. Lloyd Ball on serve. They need a little bit of a run here. They get it. Overpass at Tremolin up late.
And it's not as though IPFW has not had their opportunities. They've had 2 overpasses here at the end of this game and failed to recognize that and put the ball away. It's just unbelievable to me that at this point in the season you can make that kind of mistake.
Collins missing long, and it's 14-9 game point.
And there's mistake number 2. I mean, he just bombs the ball out of bounds, not even close to hitting it in.
That one is out of bounds. Well, Almodovar Blocked by Termolin. A reset now outside Tolliver. Two-man block up. Romano going in the middle. Tolliver back to the outside. Hitting error. They have to come back 3 more points on this serve right here. 10-14 Almodovar ticking the net service error.
Norman reaching for more than he has in him.
Reimer to serve it out. 14-10. So there, good pass. This is Collins off the fingertips, still alive, 2 to get it over.
Great play by Ball State, and the ball is in.
Tolliver closing out game number 2. 15-10 your score, 15-4 was the first. I'll tell you, Tim, it's going to be difficult, but it has been done against this Ball State team before.
Oh, it has been done, but at this point, you know, there's too many folks that are off their game. They're just not ready to play this match. You call it choking, you can call it whatever you want. They're just not adequately prepared themselves to be in this match of this caliber.
2-0, 15-4 and 15-10. Ball State, your leader. We'll be back after these messages.
Western society has generated a rich visual tradition of painting, sculpture, and architecture. What do these images mean? How can we understand them? Art of the Western world will take you on an exciting journey that will suggest answers to these and other questions. Beginning in ancient Greece and ending on the brink of the future, it will examine many of mankind's most enduring artistic achievements.
That new dummy cam is great.
Yeah, it'll sure give people a whole new outlook on what it's like when you don't wear a safety belt.
I think they'll get the picture.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
Mental illness. We fear it. We laugh at it. This guy's lost his We scorn it. We think it's shameful. But these are misunderstandings. Misunderstandings that will fade away if we see mental illness for what it really is. A medical disease. A disease that can be treated if you just know where to turn. For an informative booklet, call the American Mental Health Fund.
Back at the Hilliard Gates Sports Center, I'm Paul Farboy, joined by Tim Heffron, IPFW women's volleyball coach. There's a shot. Trust over there. The two R&R boys, Greg Romano and Todd Reimer, sitting right next to him. Those two have been deadly tonight.
Oh, they have. They're, you know, and it was a great play by Shondell, if that's what it truly was, to make IPFW think that Romano was going to play in the outside and then put him into the middle for this particular match. Another possible thinking by Ball State is to go back to the original lineup that beat IPFW when they played here in this exact circumstances with this kind of crowd here. They're just playing real well. IPFW choking. That's all that needs to be said.
Tim, that match early on in the season, I believe in late January, early February, IPFW met Ball State here. Ball State won 3 straight. And the scores were much closer, and Ball State did not play as well as they're playing tonight.
Oh, no, Ball State was playing much better when they beat IPFW 3-0 with much closer scores. IPFW is not ready to play tonight. They're not even close to being it. The evidence is clearly there. At the end of game 2, had 2 easy overpasses, 4 points that a high school team would put down for a kill. Dons are not even close to being ready.
Well, I don't see any let up for Ball State. Their emotional team, they let up a little bit last night against Ohio State. They've had tendencies sometimes to come out flat in a match. Obviously not tonight, up 2-0. Same lineups. Tolliver. Remarkable job he has done tonight. I think he's been the main key. Eduardo for Haas. It's going to jump this one up, perhaps. Carter Soler is staying in the lineup. Brad Perditis was in there, but Soler jumps in at the last moment. Dink attempt by Ball. Very, very important.
That's an extremely important game, you know. It's the whole season, and you know that's the kind of serve with the season on the line that you don't need. Ball in the bottom of the net.
Tough serve. Collins, another chance. Termolin missing wide.
Don's making all the mistakes.
And that time Almodovar going for the tip. 2-0 already, Ball State. And if IBFW doesn't watch it here, the next 2 points. Four hits, the ball never made over the net. One more point, and it's going to be a big timeout here. Almodovar still alive now. It's out of bounds. 3-0. Straight down.
That's what they need. There's some senior leadership. They desperately need that. They're in the game now, 1-3.
Crowd right now on its hands.
They're subdued.
Good serve.
There's a waffle. A waffle hit, and the Dons again not prepared, but you know, what can you say? Everything's going right for Ball State. You know, they completely miss the ball, it goes down for a kill. You know, sometimes the volley gods are totally against you, and it's not going to happen.
Ooh, Almodovar, the three-man block was there. I think he's decided that he is going to go as hard as he can off the block.
He has to. He has to do that.
1-3, Almodovar on serve. Collins that time. And you just have to react. You can't let those overpasses that you didn't get game number 2 bother you. It's 2-3. Loy was there. Reimer with a put down though. Another smart play by Almodovar. His team grab a little more composure here.
Nice serve. That's a tough serve there.
Collins digging it out. Romano. Overpass.
Well, at this point, I don't know what you can do. You know, Arnie's not one to wholesale sub like Shondell is. He's going to stick with his starters to the end and hope that they can somehow pull it together as a team. At this point, it's not looking good for the Dons.
For a Haas with a block.
Not getting it going.
5-2, Ball State. And Tim, I don't think anybody would have thought that this one would have gone just 3 tonight.
Oh, well.
And if you did, you thought.
Yeah, it would have been IPFW with the win, that's for sure. Hey, what can you say? Ball State's playing well. IPFW is not playing the match they need to play for a championship match. And if you play like this, you really don't deserve to win. I mean, you can't be given the championship. You have to earn it. And some people don't like to hear that. Some people prefer to sugarcoat it. I don't sugarcoat anything. I tell it like it is. Dons are not playing well.
Tim, I believe you're absolutely right, and if they play like this, they're not going to win. Brad Purditis is going to come in for Ricardo Soler. Ball State is not going to roll over. Todd Reimer on serve at 5-2. Purditis, a good pass. Termolin catching line.
There's the noodle shot again. Once again, he seems to be the person who gets that side out. As you'll see right here, he gets the side out right after the timeout.
Service there, he wanted to try and serve tough to Tolliver.
Haven't seen that in a while. It's about time, I think. Pepa with the 31. Not sure we saw any of that last game.
Saw a little bit early on, but then it disappeared.
Pineapple.
Just great passing.
Yeah, you know, taking a page out of the IPFW playbook there is Ball State. They're passing every single ball right on target.
Mono on serve at 5-2. Volleyball with his answer. Purditis on serve at 2-5. Good serve by Purditis for Haas, dumping one more time.
Ball State running their offense at will here.
Off the fingertips, 2 to get it over. This is Reimer tooling off the block.
2-6 in favor of Ball State at this point. As they're just inching their way closer and closer.
Into the net, Oath. Keeper off for Oath into the net that time, so a side out for IPFW. Pepa Ralat coming out. He's had trouble behind the service line. He's not really super effective hitting out of the back row. You've got Craig Collins in there and Purditis. Eduardo Rivera, he's a spark plug.
Another play. It's just, that ball has to be dug.
Tim, that's been the difference. So
it does. You know, Ball State digs that ball. IPFW is on their heels, and they're not ready for it.
Noodle right over the top. Not getting any respect. No one going up with him. 2-6 Loy ball on serve. And Noodle and Collins have to be prepared for the overpass. Instead, a great pass from Tolly.
Sky ball serve, it's out this time.
And that's a good job by Purditis. Get back to the line and get set so you know where the ball is going to land. You're on the line and it's not going to be in. Sort of like finding the wall on the warning track. Baseball.
It's a tough serve there.
Nice floater by Almodovar. Tolly, no speed. Here's a great transition play.
Touch.
Whoa! I didn't see that one, Tim. Take it, but I didn't see it.
I think Patty called it on the block.
3-6, Almodovar staying down this time.
Another tough serve.
Oh, we got a call on the line.
Yeah, well, that's too close for me to overrule.
4-6 is the score here.
And the crowd's starting to come alive a little bit.
And the reason the Dons got those 2 points was the tough serve of Norman there.
That one was not as tough.
Definitely, you know, that those first 2 are tough serves. Brings the center off the net to the 10-point line, making them very predictable. That last serve is not tough. They run the offense. It's an easy kill.
Lloyd bringing it back. Termolin hitting wide. 7-4 your score. Ball State up 2-0 in games. 7-4 in game number 3. Perditis overpassing. Romano.
The Dons cannot afford to make easy mistakes like that. They cannot afford to do that. They just flat out have to play better than what they're playing right now.
I don't think IPFW has ever led in any of the games tonight.
I don't remember them leading.
As a matter of fact, they have not led.
It's just amazing that they make these mistakes.
Tim, the thing was, this team was playing so well. They played really their best match of the season down in Muncie, and that was just 2 weeks ago.
Oh, and they did. They just crushed them. A week and a half ago, they absolutely were on top of their game. Had their very last practice here on Thursday, and had an excellent practice. They've come out these last 2 nights and played rather flat.
8-4 Reimer on serve. Perditis a 2-man block. Reimer digging out of bounds. Substitution. Relat coming into the front row. Rivera coming out. Great serve by Termolin. Here's an easy one. Relat, not with authority. Double hit by Romano. Boy, that's a bailout there. IPFW has had 3 gifts given to them.
They have.
And they're still down by 3.
They're down by 3. They've had 3 gifts. Somebody is trying to give them a break here.
That was the block. Relat not there. Nothing you can do about that. The block has to be at the net.
But no matter how many breaks they get, they need to do it themselves.
And right back to Relat. And the Ball State fans beginning to ride Relat and Almodovar a little bit.
Oh yeah, they're all over them. And what's worse is they're paying attention to that.
Ball back set to Collins against a 2-man block. Just never got it over the net.
He's way too early on his approach. He's just not in the swing of that at all.
No, and I don't know about that set call either. Service error. Need some emotion out there. They really need some emotion right now. And you had that, Tim, 2 years ago when you had a Neil Day. And you had the type of player in the middle, Tom Junkie, who is just so deadly solid.
You're searching for it. I mean, some of those folks out there are not that type of personality. Brad is not that type of person.
No, I really don't
Mike
feel.
Is not.
I really don't feel you have any of that out there. It should be 6-8. The scoreboard is not operating. There it is. Got that ironed out right now. You don't have anybody. Lloyd will get out and yell in people's faces, but he's just, he gets frustrated so easily because people can't perform to his standards. It's just, it's got to be. Oh, and a big block by Furhas and Oath. It's got to be something that's natural. I don't know if it can be forced. You're either a talker out there and
Or you're not. Yeah, I believe in that. You got to play within your own personality, certainly.
8-6, Ball State off the tip of Scott Oath. Tim, you let us know when Mojo walks over to the other side.
IPFW will need him pretty quickly here.
Dug out by Relat. Here's a transition trance. Almodovar's a great setter, blocked out of bounds. 7-8, and this is as close as IPFW has been at any point in the match this deep. Relat serve. Reimer with a dink. Collins gets it. Great get by Collins to cover. Off the fingertips and into the net. Almodovar.
That was another opportunity. Craig sends the ball over the net on the dig. Can't afford to do that.
Tim, I tell you though, the teams that win game 3 more often than not, straight down by Oath. He has been the man on the block. The teams that win game 3, if they're down 2-0, I don't know what the statistics are, but they win the match a lot of times.
Yeah.
So if IPFW, first things first, you got to win this one. I mean, it's not impossible to come back. Off. No, going long is Collins.
They're just not in the match.
10-7 Ball State now with a mini run.
And here's the sub I've been waiting for some time here. Davenport into the game here for Collins.
Scott Davenport going in at the opposite position. He's played somewhat this year. He goes 6'3". He's left-handed. And Almodovar can just not go across the court. He's got to go down the line. Oath has been amazing tonight.
Score is now 11-7. Ball State just taking this match over.
And Ball State, it'd be well for them to just put this one away. You don't want to let this one go 4.
Oh, definitely in their case, they don't want to let up at all, because as soon as IPFW gets on a roll, they may become in deep trouble.
Great get by Almodovar. Oh, what an All-American play that was.
Slider off the block. Nice shot.
Volleyball on serve, it's 7-11. Reimer with a kill. Tim, these were the 2 serves that really had to matter. Volleyball and Norman Almodovar when he serves again. Craig Collins coming back in. Robert Paliza going to replace Scott Oath on serve. There it is, Romano coming down that time. They are giving him the line, though.
Yeah, I haven't seen that kind of jump out of Norman in quite some time here. Hit that one well over the block and down.
Boy, for Haas is playing out of his mind tonight as well. Everybody, you know, you get this type of effort. Coaches talk about it. You need a near-perfect game from all 6 players.
That's what Ball State's doing. They're just not making mistakes. And if they do make a mistake, IPFW
Service, ace.
has just been giving it to them.
12-7, and that one could be one of the nails. A bad pass, Ball has to chase. Perditis with the dink, Reimer there to cover. Relat digging.
Everything in the world that could possibly go wrong for the Dons is going wrong. It's all over at this point. They just don't have a prayer.
13-7, Reimer.
Ball State definitely outplaying IPFW tonight.
Talley missing wide. Here's another look. Service ace by Tomolin. Paliza knew it. 8-13.
Well, they're going to need a little more than just a service ace here.
If you can count for 6 points, that's what they need.
Now, if we can do that 6 more times, they'll be okay, but
he might need something in the drinking water right now. A lot missing wide. Golden opportunity sliding away. Out of bounds and one away from extinction. Ball State on the verge of a Final Four, and Tolliver serves it long. 14-8.
and it's a little bit of history might be made here tonight as a number one seed will go down in defeat.
That's for Haas.
Yeah, another overpass if the Dons don't take it care of. We've seen that a few times tonight.
Service error, Jeff Higston comes in. This is Proditis on serve at 8-14. Off the fingertips, still alive. Ball off the fingertips. 2 to get it over for Haas chasing. This is Reimer has to dump. Okay, an opportunity here for a point. One at a time, you got to do it that way, and ball missing wide. Total domination, though. That one is long.
And they've served 3 times out in a row here, it seems like. I don't think they have, but they're just giving IPFW its last chance here to make something happen.
Boy, and Don Shondell all smiles.
Oh, yeah, they just got to be all smiles because they know there's just no way IPFW is coming back from this.
There's one. You got to do it one at a time. 9-14. Almodovar with the overpass kill. One at a time. Keep the ball in play. Keep it in play. And I know they're going to Brad Proditis right here.
Oh, they got to.
Brad has got to come up with a big pass. No, they go to Almodovar, and he has a terrible pass. Oh boy, that one just crept over.
Net.
Still alive, an overpass. Oh, missing. Woo, one bullet dodge there.
Big dodge bullet, holy smokes. Couple opportunities for Ball State there. They've got room for error here at 14-9.
Almodovar. You can't side out though. You have to get some points here. Ball State is not going to let you stay in this one. You got to get the points right now.
Yeah, you can't
side out, you lose. Still alive, still alive.
And you just don't make those mistakes when you're down 14-9. You convert. You have overpasses, you convert. And if you don't, then you don't deserve to win, and you don't deserve to be in the Final Four.
3 times now, Ball State has had an opportunity to take away what Ball State had taken away from them in '92. A trip to the Final Four, and Termolin coming through over the middle. 1992, the Final Four was in Muncie, and IPFW win. And they are trying desperately to get back there. That has been the focus for 2 years. Hitting error by Reimer. Okay, there's one, 10-14, Termolen on serve, and Mike can be a very difficult server. Shondell is going to take a timeout right now. 14-10. A lead in the second. They won the first game 15-4, just totally dominated IPFW in that first one. 15-11 in the second. Unbelievable pressure right now on the Volleyball.
Oh yeah,
I mean, one mistake and you're out. Your dream's
exactly.
done.
You know, you're only going to get so many opportunities when you serve to score. And if you don't make the most of them, then every time the other team's going to serve, they have the chance that you'll make a mistake and they get the victory.
Like the timeout by Shondell right
Excellent
there.
timeout. 14-10 here. Excellent timeout. Freeze the freshman a little bit.
Mike, a good serve. Reimer off the fingertips. Termolen up with it. Overpass. Up, still alive. Got to get it over. Termolen does. Now the block has to come. One-man block, and you're not going to get it done against Reimer. Rolat has got to get out there.
Time to side out again.
Well, it starts with a pass. They switched it up a little bit. And this time they go to Purdue. Brad with a put down.
It's still in play. Dons are not ready. They're not going to call a carry on that.
Here it is. Got to get it over. Purdue dinks. And here's an opportunity. Nikiforov for Final Four. Ball State, your winner. (15-4, 15-11, 15-10). Unbelievable performance tonight by the Cardinals.
It is. It's a great performance by the Cardinals. The Dons certainly didn't play to their potential at all. And the Volley Cards deserve to go to the Final Four. There's no doubt about it.
Absolutely. You don't take this away from them. You say IPFW played poorly. They did, but they played poorly because of Ball State. And Ball State did it because they kept the ball in play. It's that simple.
They did.
They got the ball up. They blocked it at the net. They got the ball up.
Passed the ball much better than IPFW did. And as soon as you do that, it evens out the matches. Craig Collins certainly wants to have this weekend over. It has to be one of his worst weekends of the year from a personal standpoint as well as a team standpoint. He's not pleased with his play, I'm sure. But other than that, you know, really the Dons just got outplayed.
Yeah, I think you can parcel out, you know, you can't. Craig didn't play well, but that's not only Craig.
It's all shared. You know, you got seniors out there. They didn't come through. And Dons get swept in 3 twice in their own arena.
This one will hurt you in the bottom of your soul.
Oh, it hurts bad because the Final Four is here at IPFW, no less.
All right, we'll be back. We're going to take a break. They'll have the awards ceremony for Ball State when we return.
Championship Volleyball. Dig it. May 6th and 7th, catch all the action as the men's NCAA Championship Volleyball Tournament comes to the Memorial Coliseum. The top collegiate teams in the nation will slam, jam, block, and save on their way bidding for the top spot in the nation. Don't miss top-ranked men's volleyball at its best. The NCAA Men's Championship Tournament at the Memorial Coliseum, May 6th and 7th. Tickets available at all Ticketmaster locations and the Coliseum ticket office. Hurry, they're going fast.
blood, please?
A lot of my friends have already retired. But I wasn't ready for that. So I'm still teaching. This time in Belize, Central America. I decided to join the Peace Corps. I love my kids. And the way I figure it, I have the rest of my life to play cards.
Peace Corps, the toughest job you'll ever love.
My hero? Isaiah Thomas, Kevin Costner, Mr. Wong.
These are teachers, but to the kids they've reached, they're heroes.
My hero? Mrs. Wooten. If I don't get through to that child, who knows, maybe no one else will.
Teachers have the power to wake up young minds, to be heroes, to make a difference. Reach for that power. Teach. Find out how by calling 1-800-45-TEACH. Be a teacher. Be a hero.
What comes to your mind when you think about mathematics? Clowns, street sweepers, the Red Sox, robots, the weather, earthquakes, Disney World, pineapples, conventions, parking tickets, fishing? If these practical applications of contemporary mathematics didn't make your list, you should watch public television's math series for all practical purposes.
You made it! Hey, I couldn't have gotten through physics without you.
Yeah, well, you're on your own at college.
It's not fair.
That's all right. I'm going to get a job, you know. I'm start working, I'm save. And I'll be in college in another year or two.
So, what did you have planned, Mike?
I think we'll go home and make a sandwich. Okay.
Support the United Negro College Fund. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Vince, come on, we're late.
This headbanging is more fun than going through a windshield.
Good night from Iron Maiden. Drive home safe. Remember to strap yourselves in with your safety belts. You don't want to end up like Eddie.
Belt up. Don't be a dummy.
And the Ball State fans celebrating conference MVP, the tournament here anyway. Todd Reimer getting his award. Ball State, your winner tonight, 15-4, 15-10, 15. Is it 10 or 11? Yeah, I've lost count. They wiped it off the scoreboard quickly. 15-10 your score there. Boy, Tim, Ball State did what they wanted to do from the beginning.
Oh, they
did. And Robert Tolliver passed the ball so well.
Tolliver passed the ball well and was successful against IPFW's double block. The Dons, on the other hand, were completely struggling in the opposite direction with their offense, not passing well. And when you're not passing well and then you're not hitting well on top of it, you're just not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, this one really tears the fabric right out of your heart right now for IPFW. And something they felt last year, and they realized that you got to get to the Final Four first before you start thinking about championship. And I know they had that in their mind tonight. It wasn't a question of they were putting themselves beyond Ball State. It was just a question of Ball State was simply the better team tonight. They win this one. We're going to wrap this one up here, take care of some business. First of all, Ball State again, a Final Four berth. They will probably be a number 4 seed. UCLA and Stanford playing out on the coast later tonight. Probably the winner of that one will be the number 1 seed. Tim, any last thoughts right now? What does this team have to do to come back next year?
Well, it's going to be a totally different chemistry next year. As soon as you lose your setter, who's been the setter on the team for 4 years in a row, your team chemistry definitely changes. Basically, they're going to totally revamp, totally regroup, see what they have for talent next year. Obviously, this season not a waste. I mean, they accomplished some more firsts this year, did some nice things, beat some great teams. They just got upset tonight, and And a lot of it, I think, has to do with their own inability to play big at the big match here. They certainly had their chances. They had plenty of opportunities to convert, just couldn't get it done.
All right, Tim, we're going to get on out of here. Again, your final score tonight, 15-4, 15-10, and 15-10. College Cable Access Sports presentation, underwritten in part by a grant from Cable Access Incorporated, Fort Wayne, Indiana. I'd also like to take this time to thank the Channel 6 volunteer crew and the Learning Resource Center at IPFW for their contributions to the live production of our volleyball match this evening. Telecast of this IPFW sports event is copyrighted and is the sole property of the College Cable Access Center and IPFW. Unauthorized duplication, exhibition, retransmission, rebroadcast, or any other use of this event without express written consent is strictly prohibited. Well, Tim Heffron, I'm Paul Farbaugh. It's been a good season, but it had to end here. Unfortunately, Ball State, your winner. They'll be going to the Final Four 6th of May. We'll see you there.